Hey, Rumble World Entertainment and Star Trek. Yes, Star Trek. Starfleet Academy. They've just released a brand new poster. And oh boy, are we so excited about this thing.
Aye. And if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a wagon.
Yeah, probably that. But as everything that this thing is just shows you everything that's wrong with current modern day Star Trek. To start off with, a report says here, a new poster for Star Trek Starfleet Academy just dropped, and fans are already saying what many in the industry have been whispering for months: the reboot can't come soon enough. Yeah, that is the case. And the fact that the industry is saying that,
Fascinating.
Yes, it really is. So, the one thing you get to see when you see this, because we have been looking at this image, does this scream Star Trek to you? It sure as hell doesn't exactly do it for me, but even here, it's like the bright, soft, focused promotional image, which looks more like an ad for a teen drama than a Star Trek series, only fuels the idea that the franchise is stuck in a tone and style that the new owners want to move away from. And of course, you are looking at it, and the irony when you're looking at it is once again it gets exposed that Alex Kurtzman can't even come up with a poster idea on his own. Not one single element of this dude is original, because he's just ripping off other shows. Don't believe me, believe your own eyes, because, well, the first one that showed up was this. Yeah, and people have now been branding this show NCC 91210. So that is the level of just cringe that is absolutely happening with it. And when you see these posters, two things spring to mind. The first is, well, yeah, it's just absolutely laughable, because it's like, good God, what are they doing? You remove the title Star Trek from that, you would never be able to say that you thought this was a Star Trek show. And of course, the other thing that I think the whole industry, every single actual Star Trek fan, are all saying to themselves is,
oh, yes, I hate this. It is revolting.
yes, we absolutely hate this. What in God's name are they thinking? Like, how do you look at this and think, yeah, this is a winner? This is the thing that's going to get Star Trek fans back on board? Are you kidding me? Now, from what we understand about some of these characters as well, the girl who's upside down on the poster, the black girl who in the trailer was the idiot who didn't even know how to shake a hand. I did say, from what I was hearing, she was meant to be a hologram. That is the case. However, she is meant to be a brand new young version of a hologram. So she's basically like a newborn hologram. And that's why she's socially awkward. That makes absolutely no sense when it's the case of you are essentially a computer program. How is all this stuff not just already built in? How can you possibly have a computer program that starts up and doesn't know its head from its ass? Are you kidding me? Could you imagine in Star Trek Voyager, imagine Janeway walking into the sick bay and saying, computer, activate the emergency medical hologram, and the doctor appeared and went, hello, where's this place? Who are you? Who am I? What's that thing over there? What do I do here? And hadn't a clue, and you had to try and teach it how to be a doctor? It would make no sense. Why is there a hologram that's brought online that you need to go through Starfleet Academy? Don't know. But you're getting other images that this thing is a ripoff from, because no, it's not just a ripoff of the Beverly Hills poster, it's also a ripoff of this 1 in 3, which, I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen or even know about, so I have no idea what that show is. So, yeah, good luck. But the fact that even that poster was ripped off, but it doesn't even end there. because they've also ripped off the Friends image. And I'm sure there's tons more that it's actually ripped off from. Why? Why is it all ripped off from? Well, it's obvious. Alex Kurtzman just rips off everything.
No shit.
Yeah, you're right. No shit. But like, you're just seeing it, and as I said, remove the words Star Trek and Starfleet. You would never look at this poster and say, oh, this is a new Star Trek show, other than maybe the Klingon. But a few people would look at it and probably go, what is that? Is that a Klingon? You wouldn't even really recognize it, especially seeing as he's smiling. And of course, where's his skirt? You know, that image, that he was running around in the skirt. Remember that? Of course you do. Because once we all saw that, we all had the reaction of,
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
so it just shows you how far this thing has actually fallen as a franchise. Because this is the direction it's going in. And yeah, remember, this thing has 2 seasons. They're already filming the 2nd season. But that'll probably be it. That because rumors have said for months that once the Skydance deal closes, the franchise will be rebuilt from the ground up. And we are starting to see that with the whole movie end of things, where they're like, yeah, it's not going to be connected to anything. It's going to be a brand new, fresh start. And it's just like, yeah, the sooner the better. Now, there's still a lot of uphill things to do it. Do they have the right people on board or not? We don't know. But you can't deny, staring at a poster like this, you're just like, this looks like something from the CW. It really does. Tell me I'm wrong, because this just looks like CW trash. And you're just like, good God, what were they thinking? Why is this even a thing? But hey, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, we'll actually all end up really loving it when it comes out. Or maybe Kurtzman will say, no, trust us guys, you're actually going to love it. And our response will probably be,
Perhaps. But not today.
yeah, because this thing is destined to fail. And the fact that we have heard zero about Kurtzman's contract being re-upped tells you everything you need to know. It looks like they are just going to ship this thing out and get rid of it as quickly as possible. I wouldn't be surprised. They're probably not going to do it. Well, they wouldn't be doing it, because I'm pretty sure we did a video where they announced the release structure of it, that it was going to be the first 2 episodes they were going to release, and then an episode weekly for the next 10 episodes. I would not be surprised at all if by season 2, when they drop that, they just dump the whole thing in one go just to get rid of it. Because the longer you leave this hanging around, the more brand damage it does. And then you're going to have to try and convince people, oh no, don't worry, the movies are going to be different, because there's going to be people who just won't believe you. Look at season 3 of Picard. You know, season 3 came out, and even the likes of us, we all went, you know what, it was actually good. It actually felt like Star Trek. So many people were just burnt so many times from all this crap and just went, yeah, we'll take your word for it, but you're still not getting my view time. They just did not come back. So I would not be surprised if by season 2 they just dump season 2 all in one go. Or maybe they just don't release it and write it off as a tax write-off. Who knows? But at this stage, this thing is what they're trying to sell us on as Star Trek. Are you kidding me? Insane. But what do you guys think? Does this get you pumped for Star Trek? Probably not, but do let me know in the comments what you think about all this. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe, hit the hype button and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.